What's the story, guys? SnD here, back with another video. Episode 4, I think, in my 1v1 series that I'm doing. It's been a while since I posted. Just been really busy with life stuff, and not that anyone cares, but busy with work and stuff like that. So, gonna bring it back anyway today. Trying to get a few more videos on my channel. So, facing off against Duma Ripper in this one. This is within the last month, so I think the OSA ban and the synaptic ban actually came into play, which I think I talked about at some point, but for some reason I still have an OSA class. I don't know why. So kicking off here on Scorch with my K-Bar. This is quite an exciting game actually. It's fairly close knit. You can probably tell by the length of the video. So on defense here, just the kind of standard thing is to run up and check this box here. See that he's not there, check mid in case he pushes my mid. These are all kind of standard things that I probably did in the last one on this map. So I kind of scope out B there and see that he's not going to be there. Again, a checking mid. Now this is definitely a good way to start. A good point to make there is what I did wrong. Is I knew he wasn't coming B, I knew he wasn't coming mid. Realistically, he was only ever going to come from A side, because I had cleared out all that half of the map. And it's something I noticed myself doing actually recently enough. Been playing a few 1v1s, like all these videos that you see, I'm playing other ones and I'm losing them. So I don't know if people want to see the ones I lose, but I suppose there's enough wrong in the ones I win to put them up on YouTube and kind of go through them. So we'll see how it goes. But there, I should have known he was going to come from A side. So on offense then on round 2, we're looking at, I'm kind of pushing up this drill, and I did like, he could have flanked me, but I feel like, again, this is kind of the wrong play to make, really, because I didn't push up far enough to know that he was going to flank. And this is just my timing kind of seems to be off here. So then I'm kind of unsure as what to do, and I think good thing to take from this is just to be more decisive, especially for me. And shout out to Warren for that one. Just to be more decisive and kind of make your decision and just go for that play. I do have a tendency to be a bit indecisive, both in game and out of game. But I decided then to wrap to A, and I just get lucky timing here. That's, I kind of played that weird. I hung back, and I suppose it's not a bad tactic either. It's just to play weird, because then you can get these weird timings, but very inconsistent. Like if he came the other way or came down A hall, I was dead. So I wouldn't advise it, but the odd time you can switch it up if you know they play fairly robotic or fairly they have kind of a standard procedure that they go through each round, then it's no harm to change it up. You could get lucky timing like that. I got it there, but I might not get it some other day, so it's up to you really, but I wouldn't advise it. I still won the round, I suppose, so can't say too much. So here I'm just kind of watching the mid push in case he decides to get kind of aggressive down mid. Again, don't really know what I was doing watching that. He was never going to get there. So I kind of checked A side just in case he'd be over there. Kind of clearing out this A bomb, and then I think I decide here that he's probably going to be gone to B. But he just happens to pop around, and that's just terrible shots. I was out in the middle of nowhere again, which I kind of keep saying, and I keep saying I have to take that advice, but I never do. Out in the open, and his shots were a lot better with that nice camo on that MV4 actually. That's pretty sweet. My shots were poor there, but at the same time, if I wasn't going to win that gunfight, I should have got out of there. I couldn't just stood there and let him kill me, so, so the round's a 2-1. I decided to kind of switch up this time and go mid, because I think I went A the last 2 rounds. If I had 2 offenses, I don't know. So kind of go mid, scoping out both these doors, which are common spots for people to hide. And I suppose that's another thing, is try and have an idea of where people are going to be hiding. So I'm not really sure what happened there. I think he must have pushed down B and then decided to double back, because he knew by the timing. Oh yeah, so he was just looking out that window. So he knew by timing that I was going to be coming in. Got absolutely wrecked with the NB4 up close, which I'm not really sure how that happened, but that was my own fault for flying straight into control without checking it. You got to check your corners. I should have expected him to be there. That's a big thing in the 1v1s is along with timing, is knowing what spots people are going to be in, and then just checking those spots each time. Like one of the popular ones here is the wall run, and you see I'm kind of pre-aiming it in case he pushes it quickly. Kind of timing, he was a little bit slow getting there maybe, but I decided anyway just to dip straight away, and I'm saying, okay, I'm getting out of there, I'm on defense, check in case he pushes out that door. He doesn't. And what happens next is a little bit odd. He's actually just below me and I don't spot him. I don't really know how he got there. He must have wrapped the whole way back as soon as I did. So got that kill, got that defuse. Maybe a little bit lucky, but you know, again, I did the right thing in the first instance to back up off that gunfight, because he's like, the onus is on him to plant the bomb when you're on defense, and that's one thing I keep preaching, but the onus is on him to plant the bomb. So that's exactly what he did, and I just happened to get lucky that he got on it straight away. I was kind of expecting him to push it, but maybe a bit later than that.
Search and destroy.
So it's 3-2 at this point. Playing decent. I don't think I was too warmed up when I played this game actually. Shot didn't seem to be that great, but nonetheless we were getting kills. So yeah, I kind of just slow pushed mid. Sorry.
It's all up to you now. The squad's counting on you.
I got a nice bit of timing here actually, yeah, and the shots were good there, but again, I kind of realised that maybe, okay, he hasn't pushed me mid, and I didn't hear anything B or anything like that, so, you know, he could be behind me, and sure enough, he was crossing to go on my B flank. So again, I got good timing, but I mean, you don't always just get good timing. You have to kind of think about where they might be and try and predict that. So I predicted, and he just happened to come that way. So we got that, and we tied it up with 3-3. So that was kind of a big round, because it sounds stupid again. I think I might have said it before, but like 4-2 and 3-3 are completely different in terms of momentum. I kind of got a weird lag spike there, or whatever that was. So I saw him pop out to the right and just chased him down, because I knew he didn't see me, and got a nice kill there. So that's a big 2-round swing. That's a big momentum swing there now, which is actually a lot more important than you might think. It's nearly worth 2 rounds in some cases, depending on the sort of player. Like, I know I'm quite a confidence player, and if I'm playing well and I get these round wins, like, I kind of get on a roll. Then if it happens the opposite way around, jeez, I can't even speak. Happens the opposite way around, then sometimes you get a little bit demoralised, and it does actually make a difference. So 4-3 here, I'm feeling pretty good. I do something weird here though. Kind of, and this is something that again, like Warren has told me, is that I need to stop pre-aiming things for so long and waiting in positions for way too long. Like, I'm the one with the bomb here. I should be kind of getting aggressive, dictating how the round is going, and at the moment I'm just a sitting duck. So it's kind of not what I advise here. Silly play, really. There's no sense to it. Like, looking back on it now, there's no sense to it. If I was to do it again, I would have pushed straight up and got bombed down. But I'm kind of messing around here, and this just gives him time. Just gives him time to get around, scope out the map, see where I'm not, and then basically come and get me. Now, I do decide to put the bomb down, but I should have done that a lot earlier. About 30 seconds went by there that I should have. And here I just went to an awful place, to be honest with you. I spot him there, so I dip away. I should have just kept going, to be honest with you. He, as you can see, I can only see his head there, and he could see pretty much, well, I suppose my head, yeah. But he had the MV4, so he was a little bit of an advantage in that gunfight. So he gets the defuse, and it's 4-4. It's quite an even matchup, to be honest. We seem to be kind of a similar skill level anyway. I mean, as I've said before, I don't pretend I'm fantastic at these, but I'm kind of learning as I go along, so I'm kind of trying to show people that the little tips and tricks that I do learn, and maybe see an improvement in myself from when I started these to maybe a couple of months down the line when I've played a few more and seem to be getting better at them. So I decided to watch the mid push here just in case he gets aggressive again, and I actually kind of get aggressive on defense, which isn't a bad thing to do. Like, not all the time, but it's a good idea to do it sometimes. And again, that's the advantage of the aggression. I had cleared out that side. I knew he wasn't going to come from behind me because he didn't have time, and I ended up picking up the kill there nicely. So happy with that one. Good shots. He wasn't ready for it. Also, one thing I've just realised is that there's a weird stream overlay thing. that I had on my rendering or my capture card software,
Destroy the objective.
and didn't take off because I'm an idiot. So that's you're just gonna have to deal with that. Not a whole lot I can do about it after the fact. So you see I have my camo and I have my scarab, and I play it well this time again. I clear out this side kind of, and then I decide to push straight up rather than waiting in that little control room, because there's absolutely no point in doing that. Pre-aiming the store just in case he does come through. I decide to wrap to A. So again, I hesitate a little bit too much here, and like while you have to be careful and while you have to kind of expect them to come from places, being too cautious is actually nearly just as bad as being reckless. Like I've cleared out A here now, and you know, I don't like what am I doing? Like I should be getting the bomb down. So I think the main takeaway kind of from this round, and I think it was a couple of rounds ago, is like, you know, if you commit to going to a bomb site, get the bomb down as soon as you cleared the place out. Don't waste time, because now this just gives him time to check B and say, okay, he's not at B, he must be at A, so I'm gonna run over now. Thankfully he doesn't, and I do get the bomb down, but I mean, it's giving him opportunities that I shouldn't be giving him. So standard enough play actually is just to plant the bomb and push down the hallway, check it in case he gets straight on it, and then I know that I have about 6 seconds to check it from when I look, and thankfully he just pops around the corner. So got a nice bit of timing there on that one, and we get the win 6-4. So pretty good game overall. Made some silly mistakes, to be honest with you, and I still won it. So you know, if I had it to do again, I think the score would have been a lot different. But
Mission accomplished.
that's going to do for episode 4 anyway, guys. I hope these are helping you. If you are getting any sort of value out of these, please leave a comment below, or subscribe to my channel, or send me a message, or some sort of interaction would be great. If you are enjoying these, and yeah, I'm going to try and keep ramp up the production of these now. Do a few more, maybe in the next week or two, and so we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Good luck.